Yo, what's up, guys? Got pokeaim here, and today we're going to be doing, or I'm going to be bringing you Subhub Episode 1. Now, if you are not familiar with what Subhub is, there will be a link down below to the video explaining it all, as well as explaining how you can submit your own sets. But basically, I take subscriber submitted sets, I build them into teams, usually 4 teams per episode. That's what I've decided, 4 teams per episode, 2 games with each team, and I try a ladder with it, try and do pretty well. I thought this was a cool way to interact with my subscribers, and also I think a lot of content creators forget when they are successful. I put quotes around that, quotes with my hand, just because successful might mean different things. Success might mean different things to people, but to different people. But I think a lot of people do forget that they wouldn't be where they are without their subscribers, who for some reason tune in every day to watch a video, or every week, or leave a like, or share the video, or retweet, all that stuff, all the promotion you guys do. It definitely means a lot. I wouldn't be where I am on YouTube without you guys. There's a lot of other factors, of course, but what would I be? pokeaimMD would not be a successful channel, I suppose, without all my subscribers. So I do thank you guys for that, and Subhub is just a fun way of me using your sets and stuff, and giving back. I also love streaming and all that stuff. But how I'm gonna do this, of course this is episode 1, so I'm gonna be explaining a lot. Again, I made 4 teams: Subhub Sandragmad, Subhub 2 Cash These Dune Desire Boosted Attack, Subhub CM Lando Heat. Yo, some of these teams could actually be on Hita Fajita. And in my 4th form, what are you waiting for? A Psychic type. Yeah, I'm lame. I'm pretty lame. But before we actually show the first team and then get 2 games with it, I'm actually on a different account. I laddered up a couple games because I was thinking, alright, if I'm going to get 8 games in total this episode, we're going to get some points, assuming I win all of them. Not that there's always, I could play poorly, I could just straight up lose, because my team building isn't serious. It's just stuff I wanted to use and I feel works. For example, this team has 2 dragons. 2 dragons don't like steel types, so Magnezone. This Gengar actually has Icy Wind, which can take care of the stuff for the 2 Dragon Dance dragons, like Landorus T, Gliscor, stuff that stop it. And then Sandrush Drill gives me a spinner, a steel type, and T-Tark gives me rocks. But I'll be going over it in a sec. I just want to give a huge shout out to the people that actually sent in fan work for UCL. So shout outs to Giovanni, this Fabio Mega Ampharos, as well as this this cool sort of thumbnail for me versus Mo. Pretty awesome. So thanks, Giovanni. I want to give a shout out to Naveen, who made this Beartix photo, which shows Ampharos, Manaphy, Reuniclus, Amoonguss on me, and it has a trainer that has Bronze Beartix on it, Bronze Beartix on his hat. Kuroi Senpu. Sorry if I butcher all these names, but he really sent in some cool Whitney photos, and as well as what I use on Twitter as well, so I like it a lot. Lady Kubu 59. Anyway, this Weavile is amazing. This Weavile is scary, and I love the phrase "bring in the fodder." So that's this thing is insane. And last but not least, this photo that was sent by Princess EU Peach. I think she's still working on it, but it basically has, I think this is Whitney. I'm pretty sure this is Whitney, because Whitney's my trainer avatar. And then it has all the Pokemon on my UCL team. I think it's missing like maybe 1 or 2, but I love the style she did. It's really cool. So thank you everybody for that. And without further ado, let's just go over this team real quick. I basically said it, but Mistress Hell sent in the Salamence. It was a Dragon Dance Salamence Life Orb. I wanted to pair that with something that could get rid of stuff that could stop Salamence. For example, intimidate users, steel types, Landorus T and Gliscor came to mind automatically. So Jajan actually sent in this Focus Sash Icy Wing counter Gengar set, something I haven't seen since DPP, 4th gen, for those of you that don't know what DPP means. And I thought that was pretty cool. I also wanted to send it with TS Yachi, his Dragon Dance Megaladio set. And again, Gengar just pairs really well, as well as having counter to deal with potential Bisharp, Focus Sash, as well as Metagross. And then I wanted Shadow Ninjas, 002 Sub Flash Cannon, Charge Beam, Magnezone, something I haven't seen since Black and White, or haven't used since Black and White rather. And this gets rid of steel types like Scizor, Ferrothorn, Skarmory, and of course I wanted another steel type as well. And King Kuro sent in this Life Orb extra drill with X Scissor, pretty cool. Oko, Starmie, and Lotties from full. It doesn't have Iron Head, so that could be a little bit scary, but Earthquake would do plenty of damage to fairies anyway. And then Air on Black. Pretty sure, is this the guy that we face all the time on Hita Fajita on Blunder's channel? Look at this spread. No, I read it, but I'm still not 100% sure on what it does. But this T-Tar gives us sand, gives us a bird check. It's Bolt, it's Flamethrower Ice Beam, so that's pretty cool. It gets rid of Scizor as well as Landers, helping for the extra dose sweep as well as these. And that's the first team we're going to be going over. Of course, we are 5 minutes in, guys. This will be most likely longer than most of my videos, but I do want to encourage you guys to send in sets. The next Subhub episode will be UU. So this first one is OU. UU is the next one. So you guys can send the sets in down below. All you gotta do is well, watch the Subhub video. It basically says it. That link will be down below. You can leave it on either that first video or the second video. I will be going to the first video first to look for Pokemon before I go to this video. I hope you guys all enjoy this though. Let us just look for a battle, and we found one right away. Now, my opponent has some pretty interesting Pokemon. I'm thinking this is Zard Y plus Zard Y plus Venusaur, considering Chlorophyll. He actually is a very scary team. Dragon Dance, Salamence, and as well as Dragon Dance, Latios completely destroy him, especially if I can do some damage to Sylveon. I'm gonna lead off with Gengar because it is a Focus Sash lead set, and if he wants to lead off with Jirachi, I can attempt to counter that. Now, I don't know what type of Jirachi set he is. I don't anticipate him though to go right for Iron Head, so I'm actually just going to fire off a Shadow Ball as he actually goes for Zen Headbutt. He is Choice Scarf, as I am not able to fire off that Shadow Ball. Now, I do have two Pokemon that can actually switch in really easily, Magnezone as well as T-Tar. T-Tar will get up the rocks and actually is a great matchup versus the majority of his team. Magnezone can trap this Jirachi. My opponent could easily switch out, honestly, into anything. I could go for Icy Wind, predicting the switch. But I think the saber play is just going straight into T-Tar. He actually did not switch, and we already know he is. We already know he's Choice Scarf because I went for Shadow Ball, not counter. So I will be able to get on my Stealth Rock right here, which is really crucial, ensuring KOs on the majority of his Pokemon, like such as Charizard from Dragonclaw or Zen Headbutt, as well as a Sylveon, which is actually the only thing stopping me from Dragon Dancing up with my Mega Latios and winning the game. So Sylveon comes out. I noticed that it is leftovers, so I'm actually going to switch out into my Magnezone, submitted by Shadow Ninja. It's actually a Calm Mind. Oh my god, is this Calm Mind Baton Pass? That is cool. I can't sub because he has Hyper Voice. I'm actually just going to fire off a Flash Cannon just to do as much damage as possible. He's probably going to Baton Pass out like he does, but whatever he Baton Passes into, let's say it's let us say it is Charizard, he'll be taking that damage from the damage from Stealth Rock, which is really nice for me. He actually Baton Passes into Venusaur. Now I am anticipating him to want to go for Sunny Day right here, so I'm actually thinking about going for Sub, as he actually goes right for HP Fire. Now the reason I did that is because I thought he would bring out Venusaur, go for Sunny Day, and get the boost. Maybe I did weaken my Magnezone, but I'm already set to win with my Dragon Dance. I'm already set up to win with my Dragon Dance Latios, so I'm actually gonna go for game really soon. Just gonna get off a Flash Cannon right here. As he is gonna go right for the HP Fire, and I believe I'm just gonna go right for Flash Cannon again. No reason not to. I didn't want to go directly into my Latios because it is gonna be winning the game. So gonna go out to Latios now, and I think it's time we set up a Dragon Dance and potentially win this game. My opponent should switch out into either Sylveon or Jirachi. Jirachi will not be able to outspeed me though. I can actually Dragon Dance up twice and then proceed to sweep him from there. So I am going to be anticipating his switch into one of those. If he goes Sylveon, I can knock that out with a +1 Zen Headbutt, as Jirachi ends up coming out. So my opponent does not have any priority on his team, bar the potential quick attack from his Staraptor. So I'm actually going to calc this. One sec though, I'm going to pause it. Alright, the reason I wanted to pause is because I had all those tabs open with the pictures, so I didn't want it to lag. I didn't think it would, but Earthquake Oko's Scarfarachi, so I'm actually just going to go for it. After Stealth Rocks, it is going to go down. Oh my god. And looks like Mega Latios actually putting in work. I think this Pokemon just wins the game, unless we see something like Thunder Wave. Oh, it actually shows my PPUs and everything now. Unless we see like a Thunder Wave Starmie. And even then, a +1 Dragonclaw is going to do a lot to Starmie. Assuming he's offensive, he dies. Well, yeah, if Earthquake does that much, Dragonclaw easily. Dragonclaw's gonna Oko this, man. Yep, after Stealth Rock, easily. Starmie's gonna come out. Assuming he's offensive, he dies. If he's defensive, he doesn't die. But he is offensive. It looked like the nature of his team, he would be offensive, simply because he has Sylveon and Venusaur as pivots for Keldeo, so he didn't need to be defensive on this thing. So, I'm gonna go for Earthquake. I'm pretty sure it'll knock it out. It doesn't end up knocking him out. But Hyper Voice is not going to knock me out because he is defensive. I didn't feel like calcing it. I already knew this thing is bulky though, and the Hyper Voice wouldn't OHKO me. And I guess it was smarter. Not necessarily smarter. Maybe I could have missed. But then again, if I missed the first one, I would have had to risk hitting it twice. But Staraptor is going to come out. Does he have the Quick Attack? He does have Intimidate, so I'm thinking he might actually have the Quick Attack. But at this point, I just win with my, either my Dragon... I could actually Dragon Dance up with my Salamence and win as well. So, just going to go right for Dragon Claw right here. As Staraptor ends up surviving that, goes right for Retaliate, and is able to smack me. But I believe I can go right out into my Gengar and just click Icy Wind. I think he's Choice Scarf or Choice Bandit, not entirely sure, but I'm just going to go right for the Icy Wind right here. Again, I could have just won with my Dragon Dance Latios, but I didn't want to risk the miss. No real reason to do that, especially when I am ahead. And again, when Charizard comes out, I can just taunt it, preventing a Roost. And I win with Excadrill plus T-Tar anyway, or even Mega Salamence. Or Mega Salamence. Oh yeah, Mega Salamence would have won the game too. But he was Choice Scarf, and that Staraptor is going to go down to the Icy Wind, as Charizard is more than likely going to want to come out. We already know that his Venusaur does not have HP Ice because it was a super effective hidden power on my Magnezone. And I'm just going to taunt this thing, that way it cannot Roost up. I don't want to switch directly to T-Tar because he will Mega Evolve and get the Sun this turn, and he could very easily go for Solar Beam. It's probably his best play right now. It's actually Mega Charizard X. I did not expect that, but I'm able to stop his Dragon Dance, which is pretty cool, and I'll just go right for Shadow Ball. And holy crap, it actually OHKO'd, and Venusaur is going to come out, and I believe I'll just go for Shadow Ball right here. I don't think there's anything he could do to stop me. Maybe he could have that Sunny Day, but it doesn't matter. There's no point in taunting. I just want to get off damage, as he's able to knock me out with the Giga Drain. And now, might as well show off the... what haven't I showed off on this team? Just I mean, I didn't go out to Excadrill, but I'm pretty sure Excadrill is going to have a field day later on. So I'm actually going to go out to my Salamence and just click Outrage and win the game. So that's going to be a pretty fun, pretty close. Not necessarily close. I felt like I was in control for the majority of it. The only thing that caught me off guard was that he had Charizard X, but I played it, so it didn't matter anyway. But we're able to get that victory with the first team. Let's look for another battle with this team before we change it up. And we have found right away. Now my opponent's team is scary. Oh my god, wait. But he actually gets clean swept by Dragon Dance Salamence as well as Dragon Dance Latios if I can get rid of his Bisharp. So I'm actually going to lead off with the Gengar because I do have counter for whatever he wants to lead off with. I also have the Icy Wind, so I'm actually just going to go right for counter as he U-turns on out of there. So I'll get off some damage on whatever wants to come in, assuming it's Bisharp or Garchomp, as it is Bisharp. And that doesn't do as much as I would have wanted. Bisharp is a threat. He could go for Sucker Punch right here. Whatever, I'm going to be able to trap him with my my Magnezone anyway. I think I'll just Shadow Ball. Get off the damage. I didn't want to risk switching out to Magnezone on his Sucker Punch right there. But I'll be able to trap him with my Magnezone, which is nice. Opening up a door for my Lottie. Just go right for HP Fire. No point in Charge Beaming, as he does knock off. Well, if I knew I would have taken it that well, I probably should have stayed in. I probably should have switched out. But I get a crit. And I could Charge Beam right here. That way I get the boost. And but then it also has a chance to miss. So I think I'll just go for HP Fire again, as he's able to hit me with the Sucker Punch. It's not going to knock me out. Unfortunately, I kind of wasted my Gengar. What is with all these Staraptors on the lower ladder? Breloom is going to come out, though, and that is going to be a threat. I'm just going to Flash Cannon this thing as he Mach Punches me. Now, he could be Focus Sash. That's something I am expecting. Nothing I can do about that, though, I feel. So I'll just go out into my Salamence and I think just click Outrage. Honestly, I need to break this Breloom Sash anyway. And as it is Sash. And I need to get off the Intimidate as well. So he's able to Spore me. And I'm anticipating him to either go for the Rock Tomb or switch out to Garchomp. So I'm actually going to make the switch out to T-Tar because I can Ice Beam that, or I can get off the Sand this turn and knock out the Breloom, as he does end up going for the Rock Tomb. So Sand will be able to pick up the KO on the Breloom right now, which is really nice. One thing stopping my Excadrill, as Garchomp can easily come out if it wants to. Staraptor ends up coming out though, so Staraptor is definitely a threat and a half, but I can sack my Salamence to the close combat and then Dragon Dance up with my Latios if I honestly wanted to. I'm anticipating him to want to go Garchomp right here, so there's nothing I can really do about that though, can I? I'm just gonna click Outrage. I get to break through one turn. I'm pretty sure it's defensive chump just because my opponent does not have a Stealth Rocker on his team, bar Bisharp, but I'm thinking, I mean, that Bisharp was like, what, it took nothing from those attacks. So if I break through right here, that could be cool, I can knock him out, but he is able to Dragon Tail me on out of there as, I feel like I have to go T-Tar and hit him with the Ice Beam, so I'm actually just going to do just that. I will be taking his Earthquake, as actually I do not, so that's really nice. I'm able to hit this thing with the Ice Beam, and I don't want to risk switching out to Latios, just because I need it to win the game, so I'm going to go for Stealth Rock, just in case he wants to Dragon Tail. Forget that. I'm not going to risk switching into Latios on that attack, as I think I'm just going to stay in on his Earthquake, as he actually ends up going Dragon Tail again. He missed that first one, which is pretty nice. I was able to get up my Stealth Rock, as Staraptor is going to come out, and I believe I can actually just sack this to win the game with my my Latios. So he ends up predicting me to want to switch out. Probably didn't want to risk going for close combat than me. He doesn't know I'm Dragon Dance, obviously, but I'm going to be able to Ice Beam the Latios upon switching. Does not do too much at all, as I can actually afford to go out into Extra Drill right here. And he ends up going right for that Defog, so I'm going to be able to go right for the Iron Head right here, as he is going to drop a Draco on me. Don't mind that too much, don't mind, as I'd be good with, I really wish he went for close combat, because I could have just Dragon Dance up and won. Now it's going to be a little bit scary. Charizard is going to come out. I am just going to go right out into my my Tyranitar right now, just to get up the sand, get some leftovers. If he doesn't want to Mega Evolve, if he doesn't, it actually turns out he is, he's Mega Charizard Y, so I can easily set up on that. I can easily set up on that with my Latios, so I think what I'll do is, what's my smarter play? I'll save T-Tar, just because it can sponge, an attack, as he is going to go for Focus Blast. I didn't need Extra Drill because it didn't have Rock Slide, otherwise I would have saved it if it did, but I will be able to go out into my Latios and just Dragon Dance up on this dude. I don't see any other play that I can make, honestly, though I don't know how much his Fire Blast is going to do. This is going to do, oh, that does way too much. Holy crap, maybe I should have got up Sand first before doing this, but we'll see how much this +1 Zen Headbutt does. It does not, barely misses out on the KO as I get the flinch. Really lucky for me. I misplayed there though. Yeah, that's stupid. That's unfortunate for my opponent as well. I should have went out to T-Tar first. I didn't realize how much his attack would do at all. I didn't realize it would do that much. I actually want to calc how much the Zen Headbutt would have done. Why did I even go? Well, I obviously, you guys saw I went for Zen Head, but I obviously, something in my mind told me that this might not kill. Got pretty lucky in this one. Mega Charizard Y. So obviously, I guess I did go for that flinch, I guess you could say. But I'll go right for Dragon Claw, knock out the Staraptor, and that's going to be a good game. So I got a little bit lucky right there. I really wish he close combated with the Staraptor, because I would have just straight up won right there. But now we're going to be going on to team number 2. Now this team is a lot more fun. Well, I like the first team a lot. But it's basically an Assault Vest Slowbro sent in by Adahide. She actually got to, I believe, the finals of my sub tour, who sent in this Doom Desire Iron Plate Jirachi. Really, really cool with Stealth Rock. I like this team because it actually has a bunch of hard-hitting Pokemon, and the fact that Doom Desire hits as well that turn, it's going to do a lot of work. Dite, 2117 sent in Sub Curum, and No Flex Magnezone. Another cool sub of mine, sent in this Nasty Plot Air Slash Togekiss. I wanted it, and then I also wanted Choco Retomi Miruka. What the bro? I'm not even going to attempt to read that because I know I'll be wrong. But sent in Choice Scarf Heatran, which really fit the team just because I was pretty weak to Talonflame, Zards, and then I thought that Leo's Scolipede, this was a different Leo, not 6 with hacks. You might be thinking of him or almost a show off, but he just put his name as Leo, and he sent in Life Orb Scolipede, and I figured with Heatran, Curum, Togekiss, even that Jirachi, as well as Slowbro hitting Skarmory hard, Scolipede could probably put in some work. So we're going to look for a battle. I will pause it. Adahide's Jirachi can't have speed boost. Oh. Why are you hacking, girl? I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna pause until we found. We'll be right back. Alright, so we found a game now. My opponent has, even though it's a really unorthodox team, I can't really say much about that. I have a really unorthodox team too. They have oh man, Jirachi, no. My bad. HP Fire wouldn't have done too much this game anyway. I guess it hits Trevenant, but Doom Desire's cool anyway. My opponent has a really threatening team. Togekiss actually does really well versus my opponent's team because outside of Cloyster and Jolteon, and depending on the Charizard, can't really damage it. Skelepede has a field day though. Yeah, but I'm actually gonna lead off with Togekiss just in case he chooses to lead off with his if he leads off with Hydreigon, that could be bad, but if he leads off with Cloyster, that could be even worse. So I'm actually going to lead off with Jirachi because I can U-turn on out of there. As he leads off with Trevenant, I'm going to get up my Stealth Rock because he does not have a spinner, bar that Cloyster. I can break its potential Focus Sash or even do damage to it. And this Jirachi honestly isn't doing much. It's weak to Charizard, it can't really take on a Azumarill. It doesn't appreciate switching into Cloyster, Jolteon, or Hydreigon, so I'd rather just sack it to get up rocks and get up a Doom Desire and then hopefully do some damage to my opponent's team. Now, Sergio's taking a little while to pick his moves. I'm going to pause until he makes one though. We'll be right back. Nope. He heard me. Goes for Leech Seed. I'm going to be able to go right for Doom Desire. The fact that I have HP Dark is actually pretty cool. But I'm able to set up the Doom Desire as he is going to Will-O-Wisp, and I think something I can do, because he's only switching to Heatran is actually Hydreigon, as well as his own Charizard or Azumarill. They won't appreciate a Flash Cannon plus a Doom Desire, so I'm actually just going to go for U-turn right here. If he wants a sub that is on him, actually no, let me go out to Kyurem, because Kyurem has 0 switch-ins from my opponent's part, and if he goes for sub, then I can take the hit. If he goes for double Will-O-Wisp, good play on my opponent's part, but he ends up going for the Horn Leech, and he's going to be taking the Doom Desire in the following turn. Something I could do is just go right for Ice Beam. I think that's a smart play because he has no switch-ins for Ice Beam plus Doom Desire. Yeah, I'll go right for Ice Beam. I could have subbed as well. I actually end up knocking out his Trevenant though. Maybe sub might have been better, but it's not like Kyurem needs a sub to do work versus my opponent's team. Kyurem Black. Dite just destroys, rampages this man's team. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to show off the Doom Desire right there. Still would have been cool, but I'm going to pause it to make some move. We'll be right back. Yeah, so again, my opponent has nothing for this Pokemon. He actually goes on to Cloyster. That eats up. That actually lived. That hit. Thankfully, he didn't Shell Smash, though. I'm pretty sure Slowbro could have taken a hit, even though it was Assault Vest. But if he had King's Rock, that could have been bad. But I'll be able to fire off an Ice Beam right here. It's my best play, just in case he wants to switch out to something that can take a Fusion Bolt. Though Jolteon would not have been able to take it. I even crit that. Wow. Because of Terravolt, it still would have hit it with the Fusion Bolt. But now he just sacked 2 Pokemon. Jolteon went down as well as Cloyster. And my opponent just ends up forfeiting. So we're going to be looking for another game, of course. This team isn't... I'm still really low on the ladder. So you know what? I'll look for another game after this just because my opponent's team isn't... I don't know how competitive my opponent actually is. Not saying crap because, you know, maybe I'll be proven wrong. But Assault Vest Slowbro actually does a lot of work versus my opponent's team. I'm actually going to lead off with Jirachi again because my opponent does not have a Defogger. And I can get up my Stealth Rock as quickly as possible. Vileplume could have access to Sleep Powder. It could HP Fire. I'm more so anticipating him to want to switch out into Arcanine, which Slowbro can take on, as well as Heatran to an extent. It really depends on its moveset though. But able to go for Stun Spore. I'm cool with that because I can get off a slow U-turn. Though I want to go for Doom Desire just because it's a lot cooler. Oh my god, SD Vileplume. What a lord. SD Vileplume though, no idea what you can hit me with. What? Pedal Dance return, but I'm gonna be able to go for Doom Desire and I'll be able to get off this slow U-turn. If my opponent goes to +6, it's actually pretty funny. Guys, keep in mind I am low on the ladder, but because I'll be getting 8 games this time, and I do encourage you guys to stick around. It's gonna be fun. Because I will be getting 8 games. I can. It's gonna take time. So my best play I think is going out into Kyurem. No, because I could potentially end up with a sub if my opponent actually goes for Stun Spore right here. I don't even know if +6 Vileplume can break a sub, but I'm going to go for sub. I know I'm faster. If he chooses to go for Stun Spore, it doesn't matter. I just end up behind a sub, and Kyurem just massacres my opponent's team, honestly. I don't want to go for Ice Beam because it will knock it out. I'm pretty sure. And as weird as that sounds, I don't want to go for Ice Beam because it will knock it out. If I can get a sub while he tries to go for Stun Spore, oh my god, this Vileplume has arms. But it will be taking that Doom Desire. It took it relatively well, actually. So I'm actually going to knock it out with this Ice Beam right now. No way it's living. This is Kyurem Black. This thing should have been banned in black and white, I swear. This thing just destroys balance on its own. I think it's still great in XY/ORAS. Just it's really, I feel like it's also unexplored, if that makes sense. A lot of people aren't using it, but I feel like it's a great mod. So my opponent could then send in Garchomp right now. Rhyperior I guess also is a play. Rhyperior is actually a scary mod for me. Pretty sure my Slowbro can take one hit. I don't think Ice Beam. No, Ice Beam knocks it out because Terravolt gets rid of Solid Rock. Yeah. So almost made a misplay right there, but I'm able to knock out the Rhyperior. He probably forgot that Terravolt is neutralizes Solid Rock. I'm pretty sure it does. Like, I don't care about your ability. What's a Solid Rock to a Beam of Ice? Hashtag Bronze Beartic. So Lantern is going to come out. Lantern just gives me a free sub. DT, bro, you're just stealing the spotlight, man. You got to let the rest of the team show. But I'm able to dodge a Toxic. I went for sub because Lantern could not break my sub with Volt Switch, Thunderbolt. Not even an Ice Beam I think would do enough. So I'm going to be able to Earth Power this thing, do a decent amount of damage as alright, now I'm not going to do a decent amount of damage because he amnesia'd up, but because of Terravolt, I don't care about his water Volt Absorb. He could also have Water Absorb, but I don't care because Fusion Bolt will hit through that and do just enough to be able to 2-hit KO him, so those boosts are not going to matter as my Kyurem, my DT is almost back to full, and this guy is going to go down. And again, guys, in every single episode, I will be laddering to about 1,200, maybe 1,300, and then start the episode from there. And of course, I'll be going back to these accounts whenever OU comes back around again. Not saying that I'm going OUU, RU, NU. It just depends on how I'm feeling, how I feel like building. But we're going to go right for the Ice Beam right here. Fabio is going to come out, going to Mega Evolve. That's Fabio for you, man. He took that hit, but my opponent went for Charge Beam. Again, this doesn't count as the game. I'm gonna find another game after this just because my opponent's I don't know how competitive he really is just based on the team. Maybe he just found Pokemon Showdown. There's nothing about that. There's nothing wrong with that though. So I'm gonna pause until we find another one. We'll be right back. And we have found a game, if I do say so myself. Kyurem actually destroys my opponent's team, and Slowbro plus Jirachi are actually really nice as well. If I can get rid of his Landorus, I can wreck him with my Skelpede. So if I weaken this and this, so actually I have to put in some work in order to do that. But I'm gonna lead off with my Jirachi as he ends up leading off with his Landorus. Gonna have to go right on to Slowbro. Honestly, I cannot take a hit. While this very well could be a Stealth Rocker, I think he can get his Choice Scarf. He could also go for Knockoff right here, which could be a little bit annoying. But he goes for Stealth Rock, as I'm just gonna be able to fire off an Ice Beam. He has two switch-ins being, well, he has one switch-in really, which is Celebi. That's the only thing I really would appreciate switching him, but he is defensive, and it's good to know that maybe he's not defensive. I don't know, that you turned it a lot. But then again, I have no defense investment, but I'll be able to hit that Celebi upon switching, or the Mandibuzz rather, with the Ice Beam. And Mandibuzz is a threat. It actually is a threat. You know what 6-0s him though? This Togekiss. You know what? Because I don't want Mandibuzz, I don't want Togekiss to get knocked off. I'm actually going to go out into Jirachi on the knockoff and get up my Stealth Rock, force in a Defog, things like that, and then set up, or you can just do that. Rude. So now I'll just go for the Doom Desire. I don't mind if he knocks me off. I just want to be able to do some damage later on in the following turn, keep up offensive momentum, and actually just fire off a U-turn right here, because in the turn after, I could potentially go out into Kyurem, and then set up a sub. So DT is going to be able to come out. I don't want Togekiss getting knocked out because it actually 6-0s my opponent's team. As he double knock off. Good play on my opponent's part. But I will be able to go right for sub right here and potentially get a kill. The reason I'm going for sub is because if Garchomp comes out and it's defensive chomp, it's probably Scarf. But either way, unless it has dual chop, it's not going to knock me out. Probably should have went for Ice Beam as well, but I didn't know if he would go Heatran or Keldeo or anything like that. But he does outspeed me, so he was offensive. Unfortunately, Garchomp was something I could have set up on my Togekiss, but it being gone is nice for my Skelpede as Keldeo ends up coming out. I'm actually just gonna go right into my Slowbro, as I could take this Secret Sword for days. This is Life Orb. Interesting. I'm gonna fire off a Scald right here just because I'm anticipating him to want to switch out. I didn't expect Celebi just because he didn't do it the first time. But he has Life Orb, that's something to keep in mind. That's actually good because it gives him, he damages himself turn per turn. So I'm going to go out to Jirachi to try and set up my Stealth Rock again. As unless he goes for the HP Fire or something, he won't be able to stop me. Or even Earth Power. I don't think HP Fire would knock me out. Earth Power definitely though. So I'm going to get my Stealth Rock right here. as my opponent ends up going for the Calm Mind, and I guess he's trying to pass to that Heat Ram, but I don't mind that too much just because if I protect with Skelepede I can win. So I'm going to go for Doom Desire right now, as it will be going off in the following turn, and I can actually U-turn on out of there. If my opponent wants to Baton Pass, that is fine. I got off the damage on Celebi, which is something I needed, and I can actually go right on to Kyurem. Might as well sack it, because if my opponent goes out into Heatran, then, or even Keldeo, they'll take enough damage to where I can knock it out with a Poison Jab. So my opponent actually decides to go right for the Giga Drain, as this Doom Desire will be hitting in the following turn. Let's see. I think I'll go out into Jirachi because I want my opponent to Baton Pass on out of there, which is something I'm expecting my opponent to do right now. So I'll be able to U-turn on out of there. Assuming my opponent does Baton Pass, which is something I really want, or they end up switching. Hard switching is fine too. I would have preferred the Baton Pass, but I'm able to U-turn out of there, as I think I'll be able to go out to my Togekiss at this point. Celebi is really low. And I think I have to flinch him to death, or go for the flinch anyway, as, no I don't actually, because of Doom Desire. That's amazing. See, even I forgot about how great Doom Desire is, as I'll be able to click Aura Sphere and knock out the Mana Buzz, while also keeping up my rocks, which weakens his Keldeo, weakens its Heatran, and once I weaken Landorus even just a bit, I actually just win with, my, Skelepede. So, Keldeo is going to come out. I know I can eat one hit, so I'm actually just going to go right for the Roost just to gauge how much he does. I actually end up on full because of leftovers and this Roost, so that's amazing for me. I believe I can go right out into my Slowbro right now and just fire off an Ice Beam just in case Celebi wants to come out. I don't think I want to go for... That did not that much. I am Assault Vest. I don't think I want to go for anything else other than Ice Beam. I think Psyshock actually... Nah, Psyshock is better. No point in going for Ice Beam, even if Celebi comes out. Because Psyshock kills the Keldeo, it also gets off damage on his Landorus. And I think Slowbro might actually be able to win as well. So... This thing has Aqua Tail, right? Perfect. I can go around to my Togekiss, as I can take any hit from the Celebi. And I could potentially just start hitting him with the... with Air Slashes right now. I don't mind if Heatran comes out. I'll also outspeed the Celebi, which is nice. Heatran probably coming out, but my opponent actually ends up forfeiting. Unfortunately, I didn't get to show off Skelepede right there, or my Heatran. I feel like Skelepede would have done a lot of work, but, you know, I feel like... How many games is that? That's 3 with this team, or 2. No, Surge forfeited. Does that really count? I don't know. You know, we'll probably explore these teams later, but the next team is really... I feel like this team should be on Hita Fajita. It's called CM Lando Heat. Now this team consists of Hex, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Dusclops that Nadav sent in, Keepa sent in this cool Black Sludge Switcheroo, Klefki also helped me out with Weavile, Assault Vest, Reuniclus sent in by Harino? Man, even if I watch anime, I don't know how to pronounce these names. But she sent in this Assault Vest. Reuniclus is really cool. This Sub-Salad Bisharp sent in by... I know this is short for something. But this is his Arch Bisharp with knockoff Sub, Iron Head, and Low Kick. The Heat, Calm Mind, Hidden Power, Flying, Rest, Sleep Talk, Landorus, sent in by Lightning King. And NGA Dynamite sent in this defensive Salamence, which I felt really helped because I was really weak to Scizor, and this defensive Salamence actually does work. So we're going to look for a game, and we found right away. My opponent's team is scary, but hey! Where are the flying resists? Yeah, boy. Oh my god, Sublanders, calm down, bro. Actually, I can probably lead off a Klefki as well. Lead off a Klefki because if it doesn't leave off Donphan, I can actually switch a Roo. As my opponent leads off with Lopunny. I'm going to attempt to go for Switcheroo. Wait, this actually worked out. What? It wasn't his Mega. Okay, well... I'm going to Thunder Wave this Lopunny. I was expecting him to switch directly into... Yeah, I almost felt like Chimpack right there. Oh, he has Limber. I was expecting him to switch directly out into his Donphan, but he ends up going for the Cosmic Power. He did give me his red card, so... he'll be gone, so I'm actually just going to set up, once he attacks me, he'll be gone, so I think I'll just set up as many hazards as I can. I can live any attack he wants to go for. It doesn't have any sort of recovery either, and I can Thunder Wave whatever comes out as well. Unfortunately, he was able to baton pass, but I don't really mind those boosts because I'll be able to Thunder Wave something. I can live a hit from Togekiss anyway, so you're going to get Thunder Wave right now, bro. As I do break through the paralysis, and goes for Fire Blast, as it does not OHKO me, and Red Card is going to activate, and goodbye. That's all I have to say about that. So, I don't necessarily need Klefki, but I don't want to risk... wait, is it a risk when I have Rest? Oh my god, calm down. This thing just wins. This thing actually just wins. So I'm going to get off the Intimidate on his Sacred Fire, as he gets the burn right there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but nothing I feel I could do about that. I'm actually just going to rest right off the bat. If he wants to go Donphan, that's on him. He goes Lottie. Lottie is free switch into my Bisharp. Not necessarily free, but it is a switch into my Bisharp. Even if my opponent wants to Mega Evolve, that is fine. And if my opponent chooses to Defog, I will get the boost. So I'm good with that. Nice. Oh my god, this thing also just wins. This is beautiful. I'm going to go right for knockoff right here and potentially get a kill. He actually switches directly into Donphan. Interesting play on my opponent's part, I would feel, just because Donphan was one thing that could take a hit. Though he does still have that Entei, which is not paralyzed. So I'll be able to go right for the double knockoff and knock out the Donphan. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to abuse my Salic Bear, I feel, this episode. But wait a second. Goes out to the paralyzed Togekiss. Should have went directly into Entei, as I will be able to get up a sub. Potentially he could get paralyzed, which is not really what I'm going for. I'm actually going for my Salic Berry boost. But if he gets paralyzed, no, that's a boost as well. No pun intended. But my Salic Berry does activate. Thankfully this guy, on the same turn he gets paralyzed. I think this Bisharp just wins. Pretty sure this Bisharp just wins. I am +2 behind a sub with a speed boost. I outspeed his entire team. Blown back. We're gonna look for another game. This team is actually really fun. Holy crap! As we have found one. We're approaching 40 minutes, which is pretty nice too. I like my opponent's team. It's really cool. I'm actually gonna lead off with Klefki and attempt to switcheroo right off the bat. If my opponent leads off with Braylon, I could switch directly into my Landers, which actually also can put in some work, depending on if I weaken his... No, I don't think Landers is doing anything in this game, just because he does have like 4 Pokemon that can go for Ice Beam. But he leads off with Braylon. I'm actually just going to go directly into my Landers as Sleep Fodder. And, yeah, it does get off the Intimidate. It also just has the HP Flying if I want to go for it. I think I'll actually... maybe I'll reveal that I am Sleep Talk. Maybe. Might as well. I don't see anything. As he actually ends up as... Oh my god, HP Flying. HP Flying, please. Yes! Lightning King, you came through, bro. So I'm able to... Oh, crap. Yo, I love my subs. Oh my god. This ends up coming out. I do have an Assault Vest Max Special Defense Reuniclus, so I feel like that is a pretty solid switch in for whatever my opponent... That made everything worth it. Yeah, oh my... Damage? Where? I couldn't tell. Just gonna go for Side Shock. I don't care if my opponent goes out into Jirachi or anything. He actually ends up going out to Volcarona, which is nice because I believe I can almost 2-hit KO that thing. Yeah, I might as well just go for another Side Shock. Assault Vest, he's not going to be able to knock me out through my Assault Vest, and I do have Regenerator as well. So through my Assault Vest, I doubt my opponent can knock me out with a Bug Buzz, even at +1. And I'm willing to sacrifice my Reuniclus, but I'm pretty sure, yep, oh my god. These two Pokemon, HP Flying Landers, this team is putting the... Oh, I love this. We're actually going to look for another game because I'm not going to let that count because I was way too slow, even though everything went by perfectly. I'm going to save it though, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we actually found a game right away, which is nice. My opponent's team is very threatening. If I can get rid of his Reuniclus, I think that my Calm Mind Landers can actually win. Bisharp is a huge threat to this team. I'm actually going to lead off with Klefki because if he leads off a Reuniclus, I can trick it right off the bat. My opponent does have a Rabbit Spinner, but not a Defogger. And I think Reuniclus is actually going to be doing really nicely in this battle. I want to lead off with, just because it can sponge any hit, specifically Venusaur. But he ends up leading off with Excadrill, which is pretty scary for me. This is his Stealth Rocker, though. What is my Stealth Rocker? I do not have Stealth Rocker on the team. Nice. You know what? I'm a man. We're going to give him this right off the bat. If he Earthquakes, then he Earthquakes. Unfortunately... I don't care. I don't care. I'll be able to go right out into my Salamence and actually be able to knock out my opponent. I'm just going to go for Fire. I won't be able to knock him out, but Now he has the Black Sludge, which is nice because that means he cannot really switch into my Reuniclus as well. I really just wanted to wear him down. I didn't go for Toxic right there just in case he went out to Clef, but because he went out to Rotom, I'm actually just going to go right for Toxic just to wear him down. Because if I get up enough Calm Minds, I can eat up hits with my Landorus, which is something that I want. So I'm actually just going to go for Dragon Tail as my opponent ends up Volt Switching out. Something I kind of did expect. Even though Clefable can come out, I do have my Bisharp, which can come in. He ends up going on to Excadrill though, so that's weakening that even more as Rotom is going to come back out. And I'm anticipating my opponents want to go for the Will-O-Wisp this time, though that is a little bit annoying for my Reuniclus. I'm just going to let that happen. Bisharp actually has a nice potential sweep as well. Unfortunately, because I am Regenerator, I will be taking this burn damage, but I just want to fire off a Focus Blast right now, just in case he wants to go directly into Excadrill, as he ends up bringing out Hoopa Unbound as well. That was also an option, so I do miss that, which is pretty unfortunate, as I'm going to have to go directly into my fill my Salamence just to get off the Intimidate. I don't want to take a knockoff. If he goes for the Hyperspace Fury, that's going to do damage as well, but he goes for Sub. I'm actually just going to Roost as he goes for Hyperspace Fury. Does not do too much, and he's also getting those defense drops as well as taking Life Orb damage, so I'm actually good with that. I'll continuously Roost if I have to. Just because his attack isn't doing anything. That's obviously doing nothing. He's actually losing more turn per turn than taking damage. So I'm just going to go for Dragon Tail right here. Surprised he hasn't brought up Clef once on my Salamence. Clefable just comes in easily as... I guess he read my mind right there. Clefable is a threat and a half. I think I have to go out into Dusclops and wear him down a bit with Will-O-Wisp. Not that Will-O-Wisp does anything, but it makes my Hex's power be more... as he Heal Bells. Okay. So he's unaware Clef. That makes this game a lot more annoying. Just going to burn something though, as Rotom is going to come out. And what I'll actually do is, I think, does Clef have Protect? Does have Protect, so I'll wear him down with the burn a bit and then go for Hex after that. I don't mind being burnt, I suppose. Once I Calm Mind up with my Landers, I can actually win the game. But he doesn't end up going for the Will-O-Wisp. I don't know why he's switching out, because he didn't lose anything from staying in, honestly. But he ends up going out to Clefable, which is nice because he only has 7 more Heal Bells left, and I'll make him waste as many as I want. So what I'll do is just go for Will-O-Wisp right here, as he is going to go for the Moonblast. And I'm pretty sure he's unaware because he has Heal Bell, so yep. And I'll just go for Pain Split and get back some nice recovery. So this is a bit of a slower battle, definitely, but and that's 2 Heal Bells wasted, but I will be able to go right for Will-O-Wisp again. He's probably going to Wish Up right now. Maybe he has Moonlight though, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm just going to be able to burn something that comes out. And I'm going to pause it until he makes a move. Nope, he ends up going out to Hoopa Unbound. Interesting play as I go for the burn. Unfortunately, I do miss though, so what can you do about that? I can't really complain. I shouldn't have played my Klefki that stupidly, but I got a little bit jive after that last battle, man. You don't understand. But I'm able to tank this Hyperspace Fury as my opponent. I believe I'm just going to go right for the Toxic, predicting his to switch out into either Clefable or Rotom right here, as I'm able to weaken the Clefable once more, forcing it to go for what I'm expecting to be a Heal Bell right here. But I'm actually just going to go directly into my Bisharp because I think it's time. Honestly, I think it is. I can sub on whatever he does. I think Bisharp is my best play no matter what. I can sub on him as Excadrill is going to come out, and Excadrill will not be able to live the onslaught of the Black Sludge, plus I believe a Low Kick. I don't think Low Kick is as powerful as Knockoff versus that. Not entirely sure, but I don't want to knock him off and have him basically survive and be faster than me. But I'm completely fine with trading my sub for his Excadrill's life, as Excadrill is going to go right down, and Hoopa is going to come out. I do have my Landorus, which I believe can easily wall this thing. Have Intimidate, max attack, max defense, max HP, so eat up any hit as he goes for sub. And I'm just going to attempt to go right for the... No, Landorus is going to win the game for me, no! So unfortunately my opponent decides to crit me. Not that it was his decision, but... Alright, what do I do right here? I'm going to be able to rest up versus Clefable, so I have to keep this thing alive. I'm actually going to sack my Reuniclus because it does nothing. Though it does stop his Venusaur. So can a Calm Mind boosted... Why would he go for Drain Punch? I could have actually... I guess he doesn't know I have Rest, obviously. But... I wish to be able to go for Shadow Ball, as he's going to be able to knock me out with the Hyperspace Fury. That's fine, though. I'm going to be able to go out to my Salamence and just roost up. Intimidate obviously doesn't go through, but he can't knock me out. That crit really sucked. I don't even know how many Hyperspace Furies he has left. I could count, though, but I don't think I really want to be honest. This thing being burnt could be bad. I'm just going to Toxic him. I don't care. I don't care if he burns me with Will-O-Wisp. As he misses, which is really nice. I'm definitely happy about that. Fortunately, I can't switch into Landorus because I can't be that guy. I'm going to go out into my Dusclops and just tank the Will-O-Wisp, honestly, as he is able to hit me with that Toxic. And I'm actually just going to go right for Protect right here, just to stall out another turn of Toxic before he decides to go for Volt Switch and get his Rotom even lower. And what that will allow me to do is actually just go right for the Will-O-Wisp again. If Clef wants to come out, I'll be able to Pain Split on that thing if he wants to go out into his Hoopa. Didn't that thing dodge a Will-O-Wisp also? That is fine. I can Pain Split on Clef. Again, this battle is very repetitive, but it's a freaking Dusclops. What can I do about that? So I'm actually just going to Pain Split on up there, as he is going to Heal Bell, and I will be able to go right for the Will-O-Wisp again. I don't care if he wishes. I don't care what he does, as he does try and pass a wish. And I think what I am going to do is just Hex, just because I don't want that Hoopa coming out. Hoopa's a threat, man. So I'm just going to go for Hex, as he protects, and bars. And now I'll just go right for the Pain Split once again, because I am getting rather low. I guess he could end up going out to Hoopa, but then Hoopa would be sacrificing itself, which I am okay with. And I get this nice sweet recovery, so I'm okay with that. He can Wish Protect all he wants. I'll just go for Hex right here, just in case he wants to go out into that Hoopa. And I believe I'm just going to try and go for the Hex, just in case he wants to switch directly into Hoopa and be a little bit impatient. Oh my god. Yep, he tried to do it. So that's really nice, as I'm able to knock out the Hoopa at 7%. And that was probably the biggest threat, in my opinion. Granted, a Dragonite could be a huge threat. It is a huge threat. But at least I'm able to knock out the Hoopa, which is nice for me. And I believe this Pokemon can actually 1v1 his entire team. So Dragonite is going to come out. And what I actually do is just go right for Pain Split, as Dragon Claw does nothing. It does negative damage. And I'm able to get back all that HP. And I'll just go right for the Will-O-Wisp. I don't care if he brings out Clefable. Yo, Nadav for MVP, man. Easily. And what I'll actually do is pull a double into my Bisharp, just because his best play is going directly into Clefable. Even if he doesn't, I do not care. I'll just be able to threaten that Clefable, as well as my Bisharp just helping me right now. But ends up going for Dragon Claw. Nothing on his team really wants to take this knockoff, bar his Venusaur. But he actually ends up going out to Rotom, which is cool because I'm able to hit that thing with a knockoff, and I'm pretty sure a second knockoff can actually knock it out at that range. And I know I would be able to outspeed because he's definitely defensive. So able to knock out the Rotom, and I guess Venusaur could come in. Clefable ends up coming in though. I'm just gonna go right for Iron Head, do as much damage as possible. I don't care if he Heal Bells on up, as he does, and I'll be able to go for a second Iron Head, as I believe. Surprised he switched directly into Venusaur right there. Holy crap! Huh? Friend? Why'd that do so much? But I'll go for a second one, because I do have that flinch chance, as well as if he HP fires, I'm not sure if it'll knock me out. It could have also brought me into Salic range, but I'll be able to go out into my Landorus, and I think it's time we try and go for game. So I'm going to rest up, as Giga Drain does a nice amount of damage. Okay, so we need a Calm Mind right now, or an HP Flyer, or an HP Flying. I would prefer HP Flying, or actually either is nice, but I get the rest, unfortunately, as he does Synthesis up, so that's really nice. Unfortunately, probably I should have switched directly out into my Salamence, but I am able to get the HP Flying, which is nice. As how much is Giga Drain doing? Giga Drain is doing way too much. I don't think I'll be living that. What I have to do is go for rest right now, and I have to get Calm Mind right here. Otherwise, I don't have a chance. Maybe I should have knocked off Clefable as well, getting rid of its. I didn't expect Iron Head to do so much into the Venusaur switching, but I do get the Calm Mind, which is nice. as Giga Drain does not do enough. Okay, awesome. So if I get another Calm Mind or even an HP Flying right here on a Clefable, potential Clefable switching, that's great. But I'm able to get the HP Flying at +1. That does a nice amount of damage. Not even gonna lie, 48% is nice. Clefable can come back in, but if Clefable comes in, Dusclops can 1v1 his team. So I'm good with that. So gonna be able to rest up a bit right here. I'm actually just gonna skip these turns just because they're taking a little bit long. And if he goes Clefable and I get the HP Flying twice in a row, that'd be amazing. But he's Sludge Bombing me. Why? What is he doing? Why do you Sludge Bomb? I'm asleep. That's an interesting play. But he goes into Dragonite right now. Uh-oh. Misplaying right here. As unfortunately I do rest up, but what can I do about that? I'm just going to HP Flying for the 2-hit KO. I believe this is +1. That did 0. That actually did 0. What is this? What is this monster? I'm actually going to switch out into my Salamence right now because I can eat up any hit he wants to go for as he Dragon Claws, and I'll be able to go right for the Toxic, I believe, though. I guess, no, I'll Dragon Tail just in case he wants to bring out his Venusaur right now on the Toxic, as he actually brings out Clef. I wasn't expecting Clef to want to come out, but I'll go for Toxic right now, wearing this thing down. I wasn't expecting him to bring out Clef, honestly, because I could easily Toxic that thing, but I do end up hitting it with the Toxic, which is nice, and I think I have to make a play and potentially go for Dragon Tail, predicting his Venusaur to want to come out. I don't want to have to make that play, but I feel like I really had to. But he went for Heal Bell anyway, so that's nice. I'm actually going to count his Heal Bells. Heal Bell. 6. So he has 2 more. As he's going to be forced to do that. I mean, he can hit me with Moonblast. It does a hell of a lot, but I will be able to recover later on, which is something I want. I don't think I'll be able to keep my Salamence alive for this game, honestly, but I'm going to attempt to Roost Up as he goes for the Wish. And why is this game taking so long? Holy crap. I shouldn't have played the way I did with Klefki. It would have been a lot easier. But he is going to Moonblast me as he is stalling himself out of the... he's killing himself with Poison. And sorry I'm skipping turns, but this is just Roost Stall right now as he's Moonblasting me. I'm also wasting his Moonblast, which is really nice. And eventually... I can beat him, I think, with the Toxic damage as well, especially if he Heal Bells, because he will only have 1 more. Yeah, and that isn't doing enough. I don't care about my special attack drops. They don't even actually matter in this game at all, as I'm just going to Roost on up 1 more time, and I can Fire Blast him right after that. He does choose the Heal Bell right now, though, so that's 1. He has 1 more left. I'm actually just going to go for Toxic then. Okay, he's just giving me more leftovers. I don't mind that at all. I'm going to go for Toxic as... Again, he has 1 more Heal Bell, so if he wants to go for it, that's on him. Goes for the Wish, though, as I'll just be able to go for Fire Blast right here, just do some damage to him, honestly. It's not going to do the damage you might think it should be doing. Oh my god, he let his last Heal Bell go down. Perfect. Perfect. I can win with Calm Mind Landers now. Amazing. So, I'm able to hit him with the last, another Toxic, as, I think I just draw for Dragon Tail, honestly. If he tries to switch out, then that's fine. He let me hit his Clefable, though, and he actually does try and switch out to Venusaur, which is nice, as I miss. Really unfortunate, but what can you do about that, you know? Dragon Tail anyway. Sludge Bomb does not... Oh, Sludge Bomb does a lot, and he poisons me on top of that. Though if he does go Dragonite, I will be able to... if it brings him on to Dragonite, I will be able to potentially burn that thing, which is nice. Actually, I think I'll sack my Salamence. That way I can go out into my Dusclops and recover off some damage. So I'll allow him to Moonblast me, as I'm going to be able to go out into my Dusclops, and I believe just Pain Split on up on him. He does Protect, though. That is a good play. I think I'll do the same, though. What type of... Actually, no. It's fine. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is... What type of Dragonite is he? Because if he's actually not a Dragon Dancing set, if he is, though, he has a lot. But I'm going to Calm Mind up because even though it won't affect the Moonblast damage, at least it'll allow me to take on Venusaur, which is something that I think is very, very important, especially because he is out of Heal Bells. I do beat him 1v1, and this +2 will allow me to take on Venusaur. So let's see if Lightning King actually comes through 1 more time. So... again, I'm only doing this because I want to be able to take on his Venusaur as well as his Dragonite. Dragonite is a threat. I need all these Calm Minds to do any damage to any of his Pokemon. Thankfully, he's not critting me at this point. And I think I have to go for HP Flying right here, just to knock him out, because I can't risk resting and then I have to rest in the next turn. I know I can rest on Venusaur. Dragonite is scary though. What the hell type of Dragonite is this? Maybe he's just mono attacking, but able to survive his attack as I'm able to rest up, and because he is back at multi-scale, he does become a threat. If he is Dragon Dance, then the entire game was just wasted right there. But he doesn't reveal Dragon Claw. What type of Dragonite are you, bro? HP Flying does not do anything though, as I'm just gonna go for another one. It should do 14%. We'll see. We'll see how much this does. Without multi-scale, doing only 28. He gets a crit right there too, which is pretty scary. I need to get to +6 in order to have a shot at this. Well, I think I can win, assuming he doesn't crit me 50,000 times, just because Dragon Claw is not doing too much. So what I actually do is, can you get some Calm Minds, please? I need Calm Minds. I actually need Calm Minds to win. Please, Lightning King. Alright, so now I get the opportunity to Calm Mind up, because I guess a Dragon Claw crit could be bad, but I'm going to be able to get up to hopefully +6 as he roosts again. So yeah, I will be able to get up to 2 boost. Unfortunately, because of that Moonblast special attack drop, I'm a little bit lower in the special attacking side, but Dragon Claw does not do enough. If he crits me, that could be bad. I'm just going to rest right here. I guess if he crit me anyway, it could be bad, but because I do have more boost now, and how many HP Flyings do I have? 24. Oh yeah, I think I have enough. Pretty sure Lightning King could actually win this game. So yeah, that's doing 20. That's doing a lot more now. Well, 6 more if you're being accurate, but I think I'm going to pause it until this stops. We'll be right back. Alright, so turn 107, I finally defeated that Dragonite. He did crit me a couple times, but Lightning King is able to come through, able to knock out the, let me say good game, able to knock out that Venusaur at the end too. So let me actually go over the next team and the final team of Subhub. Really quick though, I need some water, so we'll be right back. Alright, so we are back. Sorry about that, it's hot as hell in my room, and I don't want to put on the fan while I'm recording because you guys will hear in the background whenever I talk. But we're back with the final team from Subhub episode 1, and today, or the final team is actually titled What Are You Waiting For? A Psychic type, and that's because it does have 4 water types as well as 2 psychic types on the team. Now the first Pokemon submitted by Mr. Shazam 1 is a Life Orb Agility Apollyon with HP Fire, which I thought was really cool because HP Fire actually opens up the door for a lot of psychic types such as Slowking, which was submitted by Mampatu. That's how you say it. With Trick Room, Nasty Plot, Scald, Psyshock. Really nice because this thing actually kills Ferrothorn or weakens it for Slowking. And MK Otaku submitted this Mega Alakazam set with Encore Protect, Psychic Disabled. That is cash. And I was thinking with these getting rid of the Steel types, I really only needed Stab Psychic. So I was kind of 6-0'd by Weavile, so I decided that I would use Faka's Watmo Berry Azumarill. It also lures in, I believe, Watmo Berry with Natural Gift as Fire. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that is what it is. But it lures in Ferrothorn, also Scizor for Slowking. And then I wanted a Choice Scarf Rotom submitted by Gonzalo with Thunder Wave, Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, and Trick. Thunder Wave, of course, supports the Agility and Apollyon. Not really the Trick Room Slowking, but it also just helps out versus birds in general. And then the last Pokemon submitted by Possum Ramen. We used the counterpart already, but this is Mega Latias with HP Fighting, Draco Meteor, Recover, and Reflect type. Really cool. Apparently, you could also take a Draco Meteor from Life Orb Latios, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to be looking for a game. And these will be the final 2 games of Subhub. And unfortunately, we find a Chansey. Thank God, I didn't want to play you. But we're going to be finding... We found another... This isn't even better. This is just Blissey, huh? How is this better? Oh, man. But Nasty Flat Slowking can actually tear apart my opponent's team. Unfortunately, that Sableye can be a huge problem. So I'm actually going to lead off with my Rotom, just because I can potentially get off a trick if my opponent tends to lead off, or if my opponent leads off with Sableye. Unfortunate. I'll get a Volt Switch on out. I'll get a Volt Switch into my. Oh, perfect. Leads off with Ferrothorn. So I'm actually going to do is trick this thing. Give it the Choice Scarf. Because even if he Power Whips me, I don't mind that. Getting rid of this thing is huge for me. And what I'm actually going to do is, I think, go for Thunder Wave. anticipating him to want to switch out. Even if it's Sableye, I do not mind I do not mind that. Also, he's locked into Stealth Rock, so I don't expect him to stay in. I don't expect Gliscor to be a switch. Blissey ends up coming out though, so I might as well trick this thing a Rocky Helmet too. I guess he could go back out into Ferrothorn, but I don't mind. I'd rather give Blissey a Rocky Helmet. Get rid of its Leftovers Recovery as my opponent chooses to go for Toxic. Fantastic. Oh my god, this thing is going to be such a pain to deal with, man. Why am I facing Blisseys? What is my rank anyway? Oh, we're 13-22, 13-0, nice. Did a couple games before, but I'm just going to go for Volt Switch right here. What do I go into? Alright, Azumarill, it's on you as he does Seismic Toss me, and I believe it's time. I want to go for Play Rough, just because if Rotom comes out, I do damage to that. I need this in order to beat Sableye, but I think Agility and Empoleon plus Nasty Plot Slowking can also beat that, and I'd rather just Play Rough right here because if he goes Ferrothorn after, I can go for the what's it called? I can go for the Natural Gift and hopefully blow that thing back. I don't want to go for it just in case he decides to stay in for whatever reason. Play Rough also hits Rotom as well, doing some damage to that. But if he goes Ferrothorn, that's fine. He goes Rotom though. I'm okay with that. Get off 54%. That's more than I actually expected. This is offensive Rotom, maybe? I'm not sure. But I'm going to switch on to my Rotom because I don't mind getting Voltris on. I don't want my Latias to get burnt just yet. And I don't know. I guess that Gliscor could be so annoying. Oh my god. But Encore Mega Alakazam can destroy him if I do get rid of Sableye, which is just... I don't know why he didn't even Mega Evolve with it first. But... oh, thank god. Get out of here. Yeah, nobody wants to play you guys anyway. So we're going to look for another game. I love this. Am I DDoSing them? And I didn't even know? Let me check. Is my bro? No, I'm just kidding. But we're going to look for another game. I'll pause until we find one. I'll probably make that the last game just... okay, never mind. What is this crap, man? It's not even crap. This is actually... my only way of touching a Shedinja is Natural Gift and HP 5. Oh my god. Okay, I'll lead off a Rotom because I am Choice Scarf as he's off of Pineco. I'm just going to be able to go for the trick on this. It is level 1. I can see that. But I can stop him I can stop him from going for multiple hazards. He goes for Stealth Rock. What I'll actually do is go right for the Thunder Wave on whatever wants to come out as he locks himself into Stealth Rock. Okay. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that, okay. So what I'll actually do is, unfortunately I can't get up Stealth Rock on my own, so that Cloyster is going to be a pain. But as long as I mean, he doesn't have a switch in for Volt Switch. I think I'll actually just go right out into my Empoleon and Agility up. I think he's forced to go out into his Shedinja. I don't think he can go out into Breloom. Even if he goes out to Breloom, I can live a hit anyway. So I'm going to go out to Empoleon. I'm going to Agility up as he stays in Stealth Rock. Do you not care? I don't want to reveal HP Fire because I need him to go Shedinja, and I need to kill Shedinja if I even have a chance at winning. So I'll just go right for Ice Beam. If Shedinja wants to come in, that's fine. If Breloom comes in, it's probably Focus Sash anyway. Yeah, what is this? Alright, perfect. Mr. Shazam won. Thank you. Thank you for your contributions. Hopefully he is not Focus Sash, as he unfortunately is. And as he is able to Home Claws, raise our accuracy. Now, nothing on his team wants to take an HP Fire that could take an Ice Beam. Like, Breloom, what I'm trying to say is nothing that can really come in and deal with Empoleon wants to take an HP Fire. Lucario could potentially have Vacuum Wave, Breloom could have Mach Punch, but HP Fire is just going to do damage in general, and thankfully, he sacks his Shedinja, so this could have been the biggest threat and a half to my team, I feel like. The Lucario ends up coming out, and I'll just go right for the Hydro Pump. It's going to go down anyway to whatever attack he goes for, which I do not mind too much. I think that Slowking actually just wins the game at this point. I don't know if Extreme Speed... well, Extreme Speed will knock me out if he has Life Orb. Oh my god, no, he's Jolly. As I'm able to hit him with this Torrent Boost. Empoleon put the team on its back. 3 Pokemon gone. As I'm actually going to go out into my Alakazam because I can do the most damage to whatever comes out. I believe I'll just Mega Evolve and go right for Psychic. I don't want to Protect and then Encore him. He has Expect Sport. He doesn't even have Technician. What? Alright, so I'm able to smack that thing, which is nice. And I'm going to be able to Psychic whatever comes out, and it'll do enough damage to the point. Let's say he goes Cloyster and he survives that. This is 490. I think this just wins. I'm pretty sure this just wins. Honestly, what can he do to this Pokemon? This monster just comes through. Yeah, even if it does have a sash, it doesn't matter, as he is able to shell smash up, and I'll just sack my Rotom because I can Aqua Jet from there and just win the game. I was saving a Mega Alakazam just because it can't outspeed his Diancie, just in case that thing, you know, becomes a problem. I also could have just sacked my, I think my Lottie right there as well, but let's go right for Volt Switch. No reason not to. A Rock Blast is going to knock me out. He can also go for, look at that Berry Juice saving me. He could also go for another Ice Spear and knock me out. Either way, I'll be free. I don't know why he risked that attack. Maybe he didn't notice the Berry Juice, but I don't know why he risked Rock Blast, but I'll be able to go out into my, my Azumarill, and I believe just click Aqua Jet. And I actually just want to show off Natural Gift HV Fire. So unfortunately the Slowking didn't get to put in work this episode. But you know, sometimes I will be bringing stuff back if I feel like they fit. Diancie comes out. I think my best play is just going for Aqua Jet. No point in going for Waterfall just in case he crits me. And this does enough damage to where Psychic knocks him out anyway. As Diamond Storm does, look at that, crits me right there, gets a defense raise. Doesn't even matter though because I will be able to knock it out with the next Aqua Jet, and that is going to be a good game. So you know what? I think I'll leave it at that, even though I technically didn't get like 2 games with this just because 2 of them people forfeited. I could look for another game, but it is a long video. So you know what? Thank you everybody for watching. I will be showing off some of these sets more. You know what? If I didn't get to use this, your Pokemon in this, there's 100% chance that these Pokemon will be back on Blunder's channel for Hita Fajita. So don't worry if your Pokemon wasn't picked, or if your Pokemon was picked and I didn't get to show it off in a battle. There's like a 100% chance that it will be shown on Hita Fajita whenever Blunder comes back from vacation. But thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate the support that you guys do. Leaving likes, retweets, favorites, all of that, even your comments, they do really help my channel grow, and they also, you know, show your support. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you everybody once again. Subscribe if you feel like it. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And until next time guys, later.